Hope you're all doing well. Doing the market call a little bit earlier than before. Reason being is the market is so dead today. It's been absolutely so dead. Even though we've seen negative data for Euro, their PMI came in negative. We saw the ECB President Draghi speak. We saw federal members William Bullard speak. Yet no movement in the market today. So with that being said, all we can do is look forward to tomorrow, Tuesday. We've got the at 6:30 a.m. the Bank of China and Bank of Japan, sorry, and we've got their governor Kruda speaking. Okay, so that's going to be quite important to see what he's saying, especially after finding out last week that they have the inflation and the inflation levels have dropped significantly. So I'd like to see what he says. We could see some movement in yen pairs, GBP JPY, USD JPY, AUD JPY, NZD JPY. Just look across the pair across the board for yen pairs to see the momentum. Then we have Euro and Germany business climate. So we're going to be seeing information on that. The IFO, if the data comes in negative again, we are going to be looking at how Euro reacts to that. Then we have at 10:55 a.m. the Bank of the RBA governor Lowy speaks. So we need to see what he's got to say in terms of the Australian dollar. Are they going to be cutting rates or are they not? That's going to be causing a lot of volatility in AUD USD, Euro AUD. So look at all those Aussie pairs. Then we've got the United States consumer confidence, which we are going to be looking at and seeing if there's volatility created for the market. So it's not a big day, just fairly quiet. Wednesday, as you can see, is a big day. We've got official cash rate for New Zealand dollar, which I reckon they're going to keep the same at 1%. Then and we have the RBA, was it RBNZ NZD, so RBNZ rate statements. We need to see what they say as well. Then we have final GDP and the ECB Draghi speaking again on Thursday, and the Bank of England Governor Carney as well. So we need to see what they all have to say in order for us to predict where the market direction is. However, let's get to the charts and let's smash it out. Starting with gold, commodities come first. So with gold, today we've taken a long position from around, I think it was 17 level, all the way up to, the targets were approximately 15.30. Price action did come on tap all the 15.60 and 15.26. I got out at 15.24. I don't think there was enough momentum, but price action is pushing higher. So we need to see how price action really reacts around this level tomorrow. Is dollar still going to weaken? Our trade talk still going to heighten? Our safe haven pairs still going to be kind of be pumped with liquid by investors because of US, China, Iran, all that tension, and we're going to still have global uncertainty. So we've got to be kind of watching out for all the fundamentals in order to understand what's really happening. Like I said, I am going to be keeping you guys up to date with what really happens in the market. So with that being said, I am looking at this level here. There previously was a level of resistance support, and potential area of resistance, again resistance, and now price action has tapped into that level and it's rejecting. Okay, like I said, I am looking at this head and shoulder pattern, and we've got the head, we've got the shoulder, and now we've got another shoulder here forming. If price action rejects and breaks this level 15.17 level, which is an area of support as well for this level here, then I am looking for price action to reverse, and we could potentially be seeing a high pull back into these lows. This potential could be a significant lower high. Okay, so you've got lower lows, lower highs, and then continuations. Okay, pulling out my Fibonacci tool from this swing point to this significant swing point to the lows here where we had support. We can see that price action came to this support region, created 1, 2, 3 bottoms, and now had made that retracement all the way to 618. Are we going to see any candlestick formations? We don't know yet. All I can say is that we are going to be watching this pair in terms of understanding what price action wants to do around this key level here. Okay, at the moment there's no signs of the 4-hour candlestick. If I zoom in, there is no signs that price action wants to reverse whatsoever. The only thing that really gives me a sign of potential reversal is this indecisiveness candlestick, 4-hour candlestick, which suggests to me that there's enough buyers and sellers in the market at equal level. So we need to see which pair give up first. Is it going to be the buyers or is it going to be the sellers? Okay, so if we see the buyers give up, we could see a pullback into 15.17. If we see the sellers give up, then we can see price action breaching 15.27 and as high as all the way back up to our weekly resistance at 15.55. So I am watching that. I am going to be watching this entire region, and I am going to be keeping you up to date with this pair. Then here what we have is USD CAD. Let's look at the dollar index. Dollar index clearly weakening. It's pull back into this area of resistance. We've had lower highs, and potential lower high. With that being said, we saw positive data for wholesale Canadian dollar today. So what I was waiting for was a clear break, which we finally got. Okay, clear break of structure. Finally, clear break of structure, clear break of the trend line. I am going to be watching this tomorrow now for a potential short trade. It looks good in terms of even taking a trade this evening, but I would like to see price action make that new low, okay? Because at the moment, look where price action is. It is still at an area of structure, an area of support. I'd like price action to break this level and come down to as low as this level here, which suggests to me that price action has taken out the structure, gone on to the next level of structure. Can it retest? Then I'll be looking to short this trade tomorrow. If we can get a break into this region, a pullback either into this level or this level, I don't mind. Then I'll be looking for a potential short trade. Let's just confirm that these two levels are a Fibonacci level potentially if price action comes down to this low. So let's just imagine price action came down to that low. We can see that price action from this low can potentially pull back to a 38.2, and then we can have a potential short trade with stops just being above structure here, and we can have a rally back down to our a weekly support. So weekly resistant rejection, triple top, 1, 2, 3, break structure, retest, continuation. We can look for a short trade tomorrow around this level here. Okay, as we expect USD to weaken, Canadian dollar should gain strength across the board. Stops just above this structure here. Okay, so about 23, 24 pips, 25 pip trade for a potential 116 pips. So that's the setup I'm looking at for this pair. So keep a close eye on this move. Okay, let's keep it simple and let's keep our price action and kind of telling us what to do. We don't want to be guessing. Okay, this is why today I was looking to take a short trade from up there, but I wasn't really interested because price action was in an uptrend. So as long as the uptrend is broken, then that's when I'm very interested in the market. We've done USD CAD, so now we are going to move on to no, we don't want to be touching USD JPY safe haven pair, and USD is going to weaken, and at the moment it is just consolidating within this range today, so I don't want to touch that. So let me get rid of that. US oil, at the same time, still choppiness, so much choppiness in price action. I'm just going to leave it until we see a break of the 57, clear break below. It just looks like it doesn't want to do anything at the moment but just consolidate until we find out whether this Saudi Arabia are going to fully restore production by next week as they claim. So I think we are going to be watching this pair to see if we're going to get a break above or break below. For the time being, consolidation period, I'm just going to leave it until it gives me indication of what it wants to do next. CAD JPY, I'm not trading there, sorry. And we're looking at GBP USD tomorrow. Like I said, we have the Supreme Court making its decision on opening a parliament again or not. As we know, Boris Johnson had previously lied to the Queen and got the parliament shut down. So if we have the parliament reopening, that's going to suggest positivity and create an optimism to stop a no-deal Brexit. And that's going to create a positive move on GBP pairs to the upside. And then we've got GBP JPY at the same time, all coming to an area of potential support. Look at GBP JPY at an area of support, dynamic support in fact, where we've got a trend line. GBP NZD, similar trend line. You've got GBP Swiss franc, similar at an area of support. GBP CAD, all at an area of support. This is the sign, guys. This is the clues. Euro GBP at an area of resistance. The signs are there. Price action, everything is already there for you. Okay, all you have to do now is just identify what's next in terms of what do I do next. So when do I take the trade? When do I not touch the trade? Okay, that's what you need to figure out for yourself. So identifying what price action wants to do, we can see that it wants to create a head and shoulder pattern, in my opinion here. See, I'm just going to use that neck there as an area of resistance. We've got the shoulder, could say shoulder, you've got your head. Can price action pop back up into this area? Okay, overnight, if it can pop up into this area, then I am going to be looking for a negative comments to kind of push it lower. Or what we can expect, in my opinion, is that price action is going to push lower overnight and push lower back into this region where we've got our daily support, then where we've had previous structure as well. Then I think what's going to happen is that we are going to have that rally back up to take out this high and make that move up to 1, 2 and a 6. If the Parliament's open, if the Supreme Court opens Parliament's to the House of Parliament, sorry. So if the Supreme Court opens the House of Parliament for the Parliaments to renegotiate and to have their say, we are going to see positivity in pound to the upside. So with that being said, GBP JPY is going to be a very, very good pair to kind of understand and watch. If we look on a daily time frame, we can see we're about to get a daily closure, very indecisive. Price action is carried on Friday's momentum to the downside, rejecting this counter trend line. I do believe that we are going to see momentum to the upside. What we've just done right now is we're still respecting structure. If you look left here, we've got all the structure here where price action needs to break. It needs to break this entire zone before we can really change trend. Taking out this structure, but this is the significant structure where price action made that move to the upside. At the moment, it's using as an area of support. Moving averages are just below, so we do know this is a very good level for price action to either bounce or break to the downside. If I see a break, I'll be waiting for a retest. So something like this. If I see positive comments from from Cruda, Cruda being the Bank of Japan minister, whatever his name is, Cruda. If we see positive comments around 630 and then negative comments on pound, you know what's going to happen. Price action is going to come back into 130, 131, sorry, and we are going to see something like this break, retest, and then a continuation back to the downside. Okay, negative comments from yen, positive comments from pound. We are going to see this thing rocket back up all the way to 138. 138, you guys may think is unreachable. That's the same mentality some people had when price action was here, and he made this move up in literally 3 to 4 weeks. So I do believe if we get positive comments from pound, positive comments from negative comments from yen pair, the Bank of Japan, then I can expect yen pairs all to rally to the upside and pound GBP JPY to make that new high and take out structure. Okay, so keep an eye on that. GN, I'm not really trading it. GBP Swiss franc, I'm not really trading this pair either. GBP CAD, but I'm just looking at GBP USD tomorrow, GBP JPY. Quite a lot of volatility, so we are going to see quite a lot of big moves from them. Not really trading Euro GBP as well, just choppy price action. Look at it, very choppy price action. Looks like it wants to roll over to the downside one more time. So yeah, I'm just really staying away from choppy price action pairs. So looking at AUD USD. Last week we saw unemployment rate for Australian dollar increase significantly. So as we saw the unemployment rate increase, price action was around here, where we've had this period of exhaustion after this massive rally. See how we had the rally, come back down, and we're about to start a new rally. Price action, that's what it's just done, made that new rally. Unemployment rate was negative. We saw this massive plump to the downside. Now we can expect weakness in dollar. As we get weakness in dollar, you see where price action is. Tomorrow I'm looking for a breakout here. I'm looking for price action to break out. Candlestick formation on 4 hours already giving me that evening star formation where we've come down, got that it is a dragonfly. Marubozu dragonfly, and we've made that move to the upside, coming back down and now just creating a consolidation period. I am going to look for breakout, a bullish engulfing, okay? We've got a market formation, 1, 2, 3, push, pull back. I want to look for a bullish engulfing, and I could be looking for a potential push to the upside. Price action looks to have created a higher low, this being the low, multiple weeks to the downside. USD weakness, Aussie dollar will gain strength and take out this high and make a new high. Okay, I'm looking for price action to come back to all the way up to 0.69 level, which is around here. Okay, price action is ready for reversing. We are in the second quarter, as I've said to you guys in the past, and I do believe with the second quarter, price action all try to get out of the trend that they've had in the first quarter. With that being said, tomorrow I'm going to be watching this pair very carefully. So keep this pair on your watch list. Keep this pair active for you guys to see what will happen on it. I can see some sort of a pattern structure here. Look, where we have price action trying to kind of create a pennant. If we can get a break, retest, beautiful to the upside, or break below, retest, beautiful to the downside. So I'm going to be watching price action. This could be a really good trade, potentially 100, 200 pip over the rest of the week. So let's watch it. If we have any fundamentals tomorrow for Aussie, and none whatsoever, So we are going to be really trading this pair, depending on also the data that we get on consumers for USD tomorrow at 3 p.m. Okay. NZD USD, another trade that some of us have taken today. Really nice trade, making that move to the upside. Currently in approximately 25 pips in profit. We are still aiming high for 0.63500 level. Only risking 22 pips, but stop loss now is at break even, guys. So make sure all stop loss at break even after watching this video. And we are having a risk-free trade at the moment in our favor to the upside. With that being said, I do believe price action may now pull back, as we have structure on our left here. Structure where price action is tapped, we could pull back into this area where momentum still is favored into the upside. As USD weakens, if we look at Dixie, like I showed you guys, we're at an area of resistance and rejecting the counter trend line. 1, 2, 3 touches. I do believe we are going to break the 98.20 and make that move to the downside, 97.50. And if that occurs, what do you think is going to happen with the Australian dollar versus the United States? We are going to see a rally to the upside. New Zealand dollar versus United States, a rally to the upside. We've had a massive rally, hit a ceiling, massive plump, and now back ready to start again. Okay, so I'm going to be watching for something like that. If we can hold momentum to the upside tomorrow for Australia and New Zealand versus United States, then I can expect rallying upside, just literally going. You see this move here? I could see price actually making a new high and taking out this entire structure, coming back into this area of supply. But for the time being, our targets is just where previous supply zone was, and that's where we want to be keeping it at. Using Fibonacci tool, from the significant high to the significant low, we can see the targets that we're looking at is 38.2, 50 level, around that region. Okay, if you're looking for here, A, B, C, you got the 618, 71. So this area is valid. Okay, valid for a pullback. I want to see the correction, and I want to make good pips, gain good pips from those correction. With that being said, let's look at Euro NZD. Euro NZD, some of you have really enjoyed this trade to the downside today. We saw New Zealand dollar was doing well across the board, so we took a very good advantage of the short position. We took a short position from around here, 1.75600, took profits at 1.7500. Then once we saw a breakthrough through at 1.7500, then we took another short trade, and now we're taking it back down to 1.7400 level. Okay, we've got a Fibonacci in play at the moment. We've got this A, B, we're waiting for the C potential pullback, which is what right now what's happening. You got the A, you got your B, C coming back into the 618. Price action come back into that 618 region, then I am going to be looking for an extension tomorrow. Okay, I'm looking for euro pairs to gain strength, and can we have that extension and come back up into these regions here. Okay, that's the level I'm looking for, potential new high. We are in an uptrend, as you can see, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, just rallying to the upside. So when price action is rallying, we've hit a monthly key level, we do expect a retracement, and that's what's happening right now. We are getting a retracement. Okay, so with that being said, I am going to be doing Euro USD last one, and that will be it for us. Euro USD, again, very choppy. As you can see, we've got a structure, we've got a counter trend line right now, acting as an area of resistance. 1 touch, multiple touches, 2 touches. However, look what we've got at the bottom. 1, 2, 3 evening star projection. We've had multiple wicks to the downside. You see this formation has occurred here on AUD USD. Look, 1, 2, 3 rejection, and then we had that rally. Go back to Euro USD, similar. Okay, so I am expecting a rally tomorrow. USD weakness, we are going to be looking for a long position around 1.100 level. If we could come back up to that level and sustain, I am going to be looking for a potential long trade to the upside. If we can hold at 1.1 by early European session shutdown at 10 o'clock AM, then I am going to be looking to take a long trade back up, all the way back up to 1.12. That level will get hit. It's just a matter of time. Having patience and knowing when the great setup is in play. At the moment, all I can see is price action creating triple tops. Actually, not triple tops. We've got 1, 2 double top there. Then we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections before making that move lower. So with that being said, I am going to be monitoring these pairs, keep a close eye on these pairs. The setups that I am looking at are USD CAD for a potential short trade. I'm looking at AUD USD for a potential upside move. And lastly, I am looking at Euro USD and the GBP pairs, depending on how fundamentals really play out on those pairs. So keep your eyes on GBP JPY, GBP USD, Euro USD and AUD USD very closely. I will also update on gold if we have an opportunity to short this. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this breakdown, and I catch up with you later. Peace.